back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I am Lupagus, and day 2 of free agency is in the books, and we're going to recap every single move or lack thereof that the Minnesota Vikings made.
Day 2 recap. It would have been a recrap, except for that beautiful Jordan Hicks signing. Yes. Before we get into that, remember, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's get to 7,000 subs. We are talking free agent every damn day.
Yes, we are. So let's just start with the big news. Minnesota Vikings. We already did a video on this, but signed linebacker Jordan Hicks. The deal has been announced. What was it like? Is it 2 years, 10 million? It's like 5 years, 5 million a year.
It's like 10, 12 million, somewhere in that range. I think it was. To me, that is it's a steal. Love it. He's going to be a starter. He's going to be a pretty damn good starter. So for that type of money, easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
It's like digging through the $2 bin at Walmart and finding Roadhouse.
No, Roadhouse that's on the upper shelf. That's tough to get at. $2, you're looking at RoboCop 2.
That was a really shitty sequel. All right. So a lot of rumors today too about Minnesota Vikings. Just how we're talking to some current players. Supposedly we were looking at re-signing Jordan Berry, restructuring Adam Thielen, and restructuring Danielle Hunter. How do you feel about those moves?
Well, Doogie came out right away this morning saying it's all signs point to Jordan Berry re-signing, so I believe that 100%. I think he will be here. The Thielen and Hunter restructures, I mean, it sounds great, but I don't know if we've really seen that from an overly reliable source, have we?
No, I don't know. I don't think it has been, but it has to happen.
Floating around by a couple people, but
what they have to get down below the salary cap by what? 3 tomorrow? What is it?
Yeah, tomorrow's the deadline. So if they're going to actually sign these free agents, clearly they have to get under the cap. So they have some stuff to do.
Yeah. One rumor I heard today that makes me absolutely sick to my stomach, that will make me doubt Kwesi and his staff a little bit, that the Vikings truly are showing interest in bringing back Sean Mannion. That makes me want to eat my own fecal matter.
Well, and that came from Thomason. So that seems pretty reliable. And it wasn't just like they might sign him. It sounded like it was like strong interest in re-signing him. There was some sort of language in there that was like,
yeah,
what the hell? Does Sean Mannion like wipe Kirk Cousins' ass? I mean, what does he do? Is he his I don't know. That's pretty shocking. I mean, and the other part is they actually took the time to call Dakota Dozier and said, we're not going to sign you. Why have they not done that with Sean Mannion?
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know why he's going to be there available a week or two before the season. So I'd rather
he's going to be there available 3 months into the season.
So if you want him, I'd draft a quarterback at some point, let him compete with Kellen Mond. Best man could be the quarterback, backup quarterback. And then if they really suck or they really struggle or Kirk Cousins goes down, then you give Sean Mannion a call. I want nothing to do with that guy on this team. Absolutely nothing. I mean, he's right there with Dakota Dozier as far as guys I did not want back this year.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want him on the team. I'd love to have some beers with him at the Legion. Sounds great.
He's probably there right now playing pull tabs.
Yeah, so Sean Mannion, Vikings fans, be prepared. He might be coming back.
Yeah, makes me absolutely sick. Okay, a couple targets signed with teams today. James Daniels, those damn Steelers, stealing our interior offensive linemen. First they take Mason Cole, and then now James Daniels. And what's really the most frustrating part about James Daniels is he actually was had at a pretty bargain price, a lot cheaper than I thought he was going to get.
Yeah, it was. I saw some pretty reliable Bears tweeting out that they really didn't care to see him go. They were not heartbroken at all. It was more he has the potential still. He wasn't great. He was good. But, yeah, that price tag seemed a little bit low.
It did seem low. Connor Williams, who did he sign with? Dolphins, I believe?
I don't know.
But a guy I forgot was even out there. A guy I'd love to see us sign as a guard. He can play a tackle too. So Connor Williams, James Daniels gone. The interior O-line market got a little bit thin today, but it also got a little bit thick too because the Browns released their center, J.C. Tretter.
J.C. Tretter still playing very good. Would welcome him. I would love him on this team. There is that little, we can go to that Kwesi connection with the Browns, but someone's going to throw some money at him. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's an option, but at least he's giving us hope. There's another name in the pool.
Yeah, and I've seen some scuttlebutt. The Vikings are showing interest, but again, you got to free up, I think, quite a bit of cap space. So those restructures need to happen. The Vikings are going to realistically bring in J.C. Tretter. So again, it would be sweet. Anybody to replace Garrett Bradbury there in the middle. A couple of other rumors going around. Vikings have been in contact with these guys. Darius Williams, the cornerback from the Rams. Cornerback Patrick Peterson, familiar face to us Vikings fans, and Darius Smith. Vikings have been in contact with Z. Big old Z. Skol. It's going to catch on. It's going to catch on.
No, that's not going to catch on. I mean, they've had contact with him, which is good, or at least tried. But I used to try to contact pretty girls in high school, and it didn't matter. I mean, I tried contacting them, but there was zero interest.
We're not going to name drop.
They're not going to name drop. So who knows? We'll see. But I love I mean, Darius Smith gets me excited, but Darius Williams, the cornerback, also gets me very excited. We have some work to do at cornerback, and that would be a fantastic name to bring in.
Yeah, I mean, right now our cornerback group is horrifyingly thin and horrifyingly devoid of talent. So yes, we need somebody brought in. Whether it's, I mean, Darius Williams would be sweet. Again, I think he's going to cost quite a bit. So those restructures need to happen before we can really start getting excited about that.
It's just a matter of how much they actually clear up.
I know. They need to happen. I need to know this. All right. So we got some Minnesota Vikings still lingering out there in the abyss that is free agency. Anthony Barr, who I actually have seen some rumors that the Vikings are showing interest in him again, bringing him back. Patrick Peterson's still out there. Sheldon Richardson, Konkadonk getting absolutely zero sniffs. And Jeff Gladney is meeting with the Arizona Cardinals. If he signs with them, that'll be a lot quicker than I thought he would have found a new team.
Yeah, and Vikings Nation was just tweeting out that Conklin is working on something, and those two, they're tight. They've done interviews before, so they said he's going to let them know, but he's working on something. Didn't say if it's with the Vikings or anything, but something's about to happen with old Konkadonk. So
maybe he's just working on a big old dump.
No, he's working on. He doesn't have to work for those. We'll just slide right out. So yeah, Gladney, Cardinals, whatever. Anthony Barr one will be interesting because if we bring Anthony Barr back, it means you would think Zadarius Smith's off the table.
Yeah, and I'd much rather have Zadarius Smith. But the one thing about Barr, I mean, Kevin O'Connell went out of his way to name drop him and praise him in one of his introductory press conferences. So I think he actually truly, and everything we've seen from the staff, what they've said so far, they've done. They've praised Cousins. They've praised these players. So if Anthony Barr came back, I don't think anybody should be super surprised.
Well, hopefully it's at a decent price tag. A couple other guards. Billy Turner's still out there. The Vikings have shown interest in him. Other than that, the guard position is getting very thin aside from Treader. Norwell from the Jags is still out there, but I don't know. It doesn't sound like he's very awesome.
Which makes you wonder if the Vikings believe, this new regime believes in Wyatt Davis.
They must believe him at some point because this offensive line depth is zero right now. So they must have some warm and fuzzies for him. We will see when those restructures come in tomorrow. Obviously, we'll be back talking about that, but I think then we'll start seeing some depth moves. Maybe hopefully one more sexy signing.
Yeah, hopefully a sexy signing at the cornerback position because right now it is horrifying, absolutely horrifying. So again, if something breaks tonight, we'll hop on, definitely talk about it. I don't go to bed till the cock crows 3 times, whatever that means.
It doesn't make sense. Sounds like a bad movie.
We're waiting for that cock to crow. Remember this: high heels were originally invented for men, came into fashion in the 19th century, and were intended for us fellas.